Hi everyone, welcome to Diana's wrapping table. Today I want to share with you how I wrap gifts of different sizes and shapes using Korean Bojagi, which is a Korean cloth. And as you can see here, we have different fabrics of different color, and I want to share how I make flowers and ribbons with this beautiful multicolored Bojagi. So please join me and let's get started. Okay, so let me first start with a small honey jar, and I'll show you how we do it. You have to make sure that whatever the item you're wrapping is right in the middle. And so you take both sides and make sure that it's centered. Hold of the bottom like here. Do it tight. Take a sturdy rubber band. You want to use one that's a little bit thick because you don't want it to break while you're using them. Pull through, and you would usually do it around 4 times. Okay, so already you have the 4 ends. And actually, even as it is, it looks very dramatic and very nice because of the difference in colors. But we'll make it more fantastic by making flower. And you take one corner and you pull this through the rubber band to make a little leaf here, like this, right? And then again, so you do this for all of the 4 corners. So you have to make sure that the leaf part is evenly spread over the jar, like that. So here you are. Very nice honey jar with sort of very, I don't know, you can call it anything, peony flower or flower leaf. So there's one. And then I'm going to take a little bit taller yuja jar that has yuja in it. I usually make yuja as gifts for friends. You have to make sure that it's centered. Again, you tie it tightly around. And this one, because it's a little bit thick, Bojagi, I think I'll just do 3 times. And I want to show you a little bit of a variation on the flower. While the honey jar had leaves like this, I'm going to do it without the leaves, but more fuller flower. So what you do is you take one side, pull it through once, and then pull it through again, the second time. So you actually get 2 leaves, 2 flower petals like that, right? So again, I would do the same here. Okay. So you go through these for all 4 corners. Okay, so when you have the second flowers, you have to open these tucks. So the more you open up the little creases, it becomes fuller, the flower becomes fuller. So do you see how without the difference, this one doesn't have the leaves out, this one has the little leaves in. And because of the fullness of the flower is almost like a peony. So there are 2 different ways of making a flower with a jar. Then I'm going to now go to something that's round. It's really important to have the right size bojagi when you're doing these things. We're going to make sure that the box is centered, and then you just tie. Yes. Make sure it's tight. Take the ear and then you form a tie to make sure that the box folds tightly. Make a tie again. Right? So it doesn't matter which ear you start with, but basically you turn the color, flap it over one side, and take another ear and cover. So it's like going crisscross, right? And then take another ear and cross again. The last ear, you pull it through the first ear. And so when you pull it through, can you see the crisscross like this? Then you have these leftover ears, and you need to take care of that by actually pulling the first ear into the other side of the, and then same with this ear, you tuck it into, and then again you tuck the other ear in, and so you're left with one more ear, and finally you make a tuck. So do you see how this has really come into a very beautiful knot without using rubber band or anything, just using the concept of crisscrossing. And actually, in Korea, we like to use this knot to symbolize close friendship, close relationship. So this is a really nice way to give a gift to somebody that you care about. So there it is. I want to show you how I would do the rectangular one. And this, we call it the Carnation. Again, you have to make sure you're in the middle. And basically, because it's a rectangular shape, I'm going to fold this over a little bit to make sure that it comes. So maybe fold it a little more, because you just want to make sure that it doesn't go over the box. So it covers about 3/4 of the box. Tuck this in and make it like you're wrapping a paper. You can actually make it look really nicer by not tucking it in, but actually showing the pink side inside out. That's kind of a very nice way to wrap as well. And you tuck these in here, making sure that they fold over very nicely so you don't have too much of the crease. Here, same thing. Oops. A little bit tight. And then you pull out the crease to make it a flower. So here you are. It's a very nice gift to give for your parents. We call this the Carnation flower. So it's kind of nice gift for Mother's Day. And then I'm going to do the wine. I'm sure a lot of you give wine as a gift. I have very nice, actually wine-colored Bojagi here. And for those of you who don't really have access to 2 different colored Bojagi, you can actually get solid colors and use them together. And just again, make sure that your wine's sitting in the middle, in the center. So with every Bojagi, you have to make sure that you're doing things in the middle. I take a rubber band again and tie the rubber band on top. And here, you have such a really kind of like a nice skirt. You turn around like this, right? You don't want the Bojagi to be going all over the place. So I'm going to take little same colored string. Just make a nice tie. Okay, and you don't want this to be, you know, showing, the rubber band to be showing, of course. So you need to pull it through once, like the other boxes, to make sure that it stays put. Pull it through. And it's kind of nice to have these 2 layers of Bojagi because it adds dimension to the wrap. So there you are. So you have a very nice wine bottle wrap that, you know, you don't really even need a shopping bag or a wine bag. You just take it and beautiful. Usually in Korea, when we were young, when we get a new book, we would really cover the book with a very nice paper and, you know, keep it as a souvenir. And I take that because you don't want to wrap the book completely, but it's nice to cover the sort of the title. And everybody knows you're giving a book as a gift. So I usually take almost like the book cover approach to it. You cut it. Little Scotch tape. And you can actually give the gift as is, but I always think that it's so nice to, because these days you get this beautiful wrapping paper and, you know, different patterns. I like them both, but I think because it's fall, I use the beige side. So this is kind of a very pretty and nice way to give a book as a gift. And I always think that when you think about sort of the environment, you don't really want to waste too much paper. So actually I keep these wrapping paper and use it as a book cover anyway. I'm going to give this book to a friend. Both of them, so it's a very nice, simple but beautiful book gift.